This week, we highlight U.S. corn crop conditions, export sales, and short-term weather trends as we prepare to enter the final quarter of 2021. Hi, I'm Kat Sullivan, filling in today for Brian Bastang, bringing you this week's corn market update. With harvest underway and the quarterly stocks report being released at 11 a.m. Central Time, we have a few key elements to present to you today. To start off, we have some numbers that should be familiar to you in the corn crop conditions report. Overall, the conditions were unchanged for the week. South Dakota, Kansas, Illinois, Michigan, and Kentucky had a drop in condition ratings, while North Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania saw modest improvement, and Tennessee offset Kentucky's drop. Harvest progress continued this week. We saw progression improve to 18% from 10% last week, which is in line with last year's week-to-week gain. Harvest progress is slightly faster than most of the last 5 years' pace and above average. The weather forecast, courtesy of T-Storm Weather, shows temperatures forecasted to stay in the 60s, 70s, and 80s across much of the central U.S. over roughly the next 2 weeks. In terms of precipitation, a ½ inch to 1½ inches is likely in the central, southern plains, and western corn belt Friday through Saturday, and a ½ inch to ¾ inch is predicted in the eastern corn belt from Saturday through Monday. A much drier period then follows for at least 5 to 7 days to improve conditions for planting and harvesting. Export sales this week were not exactly noteworthy, but I find these charts to be helpful. As we look at the data showing where corn export sales stand this year over previous years, there's a seasonally record amount of export sales nearing 1 billion bushels. Shipments, however, are at a seasonal low, leaving concern for, dare I say, potential cancellations and dashed hopes. Continue to check in with your advanced trading advisor for regular updates on demand. Today at 11 a.m. Central, the September quarterly stocks report will be released. History shows the possibility for a change in futures price following the release of the report. This first chart shows the change in futures price following this report over the last 6 years. As you can see, most of the years showed an increase in price for corn futures, though this is obviously not guaranteed. The last 3 years have shown a decent amount of price movement, including downward movement in 2018. The second chart shows quarterly report futures changes over the last couple of years, and as you probably remember, this last year has been especially exciting across multiple commodities. Volatility is expected in this report. Remember, as a hedger, a report outcome should not overwhelm you. Take advantage of every opportunity with a marketing plan that leaves you prepared regardless of market direction. We will return to our regular video schedule next week, with Brian returning to reveal the results of today's report, as well as updated progress on market factors. Have a great week, and remember to subscribe to our channel for direct access to each week's upload.